As rightly put forward by Benjamin Franklin, when the well is dry, I repeat, we know the worth of water. We over here stands for the citizens of this particular nation, and as the rightful citizens of this nation, we have to stand upright and take out time for the collective good when it comes down to handling a crisis. Very good morning to one and all. My name is Harshal Naidu, speaking in favor of the motion water crisis, failure of people and not the government. The very first argument I want to put forward is the mechanism of the blame game. I would like to throw some light on the pervasive water crisis later on, but address and iterate on this particular word, the government. What is a government? A government is a group of people whose authority is to govern a country or a state, chosen by the same set of people of that particular nation. The government is and is always creating new acts, policies, ministries and campaigns to conserve water, to make sure that water reaches to every household, be it from Ministry of Jal Shakti, National Water Policy 2012, Atul Bhujal Yojana or the Environment Protection Act of 1986. But as citizens, we have failed to implement and understand such models and instead start accusing them being the government, of being idle and not taking actions. Well, the second argument I want to put forward is the mentality of people. Our ancestors used to respect water as water is an indispensable component in our life. But as the citizens of this generation, we have rightfully outraged our respect towards water, and this will lead to a disaster in the future. Well, the major issues which need to be addressed are the sleazy attitude towards conservation of water, the ever-growing greed, being it financially or mentally, the ever-growing, the unwillingness to take respective actions. Granted, we are a tropical climate, but for the most part, an effort needs to be made to understand the true demand and consumption. The third argument I want to put forward is the situation at the grassroots, with which, by all the due respect of mine, is to the unaware and uninformed agriculture sector and us, the citizens later. The farmers, the prominent leaders of the agricultural sector, constituting 70% of our workforce in the informal sector, the farmers are not aware properly and are always looking to sustaining themselves and not solve the major issues which will come up in the future. What they do is that the farmers choose cash crops, and when the suitability for the cash crop is not particularly favorable to the weather condition, which consumes more water, and the inability to harvest that crop. Even though with our education which says impactfully about the conservation of water, we have never put forth the theoretical knowledge into practical world. It is who we as citizens will change when we as citizens will act together for a brighter, sustainable future where water is not seen as a liability but as an asset. To conclude, we are all citizens at first. As rightly put forward by Mahatma Gandhi, there is enough resources for everyone's need but not for anybody's greed. Well, the laws and acts are to make sure that no one commits a felony or a crime or even breaks the law. But unless we, the sovereign citizens of this nation, take the foundation steps in conserving and addressing the issues at the ground level, nothing will change. Save water, save lives.